Hello, good day, and welcome to another episode of the Realistic Rainbow Radio podcast. My name is Uthman Solomon. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and thank you for joining us. Yeah, boy, yeah, boy, yeah, boy, yeah, boy, yes, yes, yes. Right, so, as we know, we're getting closer and closer to the 2024 elections. We're getting closer and closer to probably one of the biggest elections. A lot of people claim it to be one of the biggest elections ever in the history of the country. I don't actually want to attribute that adjective to it. However, it is a big election. We've all seen what's been happening the last couple of years by the people in power. And it's time for us to really decide whether we want to continue on this downward spiral where everything is a mess. Everything. We're looking at the different sectors of government, health, education, justice. Everything is just in shambles. I don't even want to mention sports. But I've got a solution, sort of a solution for you guys. What is important is that we should really know who we want to vote for and what we expect from the people we want to vote for. You know? Sometimes it's easy to say, look, I'm going to put this person in power, but that person's values might not be aligned with yours. So you put them into power, but they don't do anything that you think it will affect your life for the better. This morning, an example came up where I've been listening to a lot of these ward councillors saying, yeah, but people are complaining, yet we are doing this, we are doing that. Different people in different neighborhoods has got different needs. If a neighborhood, an affluent neighborhood, is concerned about their internet connection being off, an internet connection on the other end, on the other side of town, would mean absolutely nothing to the people who's unable to walk down the street at night because there's no street lights. You get what I mean? So yes, while they might be pushing out and rolling out infrastructure on one thing, it doesn't necessarily on the other side of town wants the same thing. You get what I mean? So these ward councillors should really be in touch with what the of a specific area needs. They should be in touch. Community groups, they cannot give you you at all with some of the questions you might have. And I do notice that a lot of people would come on social media platforms, would go and we would complain and we would say this and that. But if those complaints doesn't reach the relevant parties, if it doesn't reach the store manager who you're complaining about, if it doesn't reach the ward councillor who you are unhappy with some of the services that are not being delivered, then it means absolutely nothing. Social media is just another form, another portal, another platform where, yes, even though it might be that specific party's official platform, it's not necessarily the official means of attending to, listening to complaints. So we should really structure these complaints in the manner and direct it in the channels where we know we should expect some sort of feedback. I personally is not necessarily happy. Even though the city of Cape Town has been doing a lot of good work, I'm not happy with them. I for one, and you'll see it on social media posts that I've done in the past. I used to be sort of really pro DA. I carried a membership card at one stage, but I fell out of what is the perfect term to use? Ek het 'n uitval gehad met iemand nie, but I've come to the realization that, and maybe it goes the same for a lot of other political parties, once you vote for them, you don't see them coming back and really making that change that impacts your life for the better. What we want from a government is a government that in the least can create an economic environment where businesses, where small to medium-sized businesses, music artists, everybody can flourish, but we don't get that from our current government. This platform as it is, Realistic Rainbow Radio, there should be ways and means where the government has opportunities available for youngsters like myself to go out and create alternative media platforms, alternative information sharing platforms, and not just create it, but really come together and possibly even fund these type of platforms. I've seen individuals having fallouts with major radio stations, and in a lot of cases it's the SABC owned radio stations. They would then go out on their own and create their own podcasts, create their own source of means of communication, of information sharing. Then all the government does is badmouth these people, and that is not the way it should be. Government should really be investing in alternative routes, in alternative means. The other day I walked up to Radio Atlantis' offices, and a lot of people would think, yeah, but why am I going to the competition? Me having created an alternative platform, a podcasting platform where I share information that's relevant to our community, is in no means, it should not be seen as a means of competition to our local community radio station. In fact, I've got so much respect for our local community radio station that I don't mind telling people where the new offices are. You know what I mean? A lot of people in our community don't even know where they are, and I've posted a photo of the new radio station's offices, because competition, I actually don't want to refer to this competition. Alternative means is always something good. Can you imagine what this life would have been if we still only had MTN and Vodacom as our only internet service providers? Can you imagine what this life would have been if we still only had Telkom and MWeb as our only broadband internet service providers? Competition is always good. Let's get back to the politics. There are a lot of political parties popping up everywhere. I want people to go out and make an informed decision. But before you make your decision on who you want to vote for, to me it's important that you tell the politicians that you'll only vote for them if they can fulfill this and that, those needs of yours. And I'm not saying that your needs will always be adhered to or taken in consideration, but it's important that political parties know that we as the voters have the power, and we will only vote for them if they can promise us to deliver on our needs. Guys, unfortunately, that is where I need to cut it short for this afternoon. You can always stay tuned to Realistic Rainbow Radio on all our social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at Realistic Rainbow Radio, or send your communication, send your messages, your voice notes and your WhatsApp messages to 08499569. My name is Uthman Solomons. Until next time. In fact, go to the Facebook page now. Go to the Facebook page now at Realistic Rainbow Radio and like the page. Follow the page. Until next time, boys and girls. Peace.